Segment 3 in the Emotions Are Creating Something series. Emotions are creating. How you are feeling, what are you creating? And we want the focus to be on one's well-being, but also what one is creating in life in general. How one is feeling. How is one feeling about life itself? How one is feeling about oneself. Emotions. We spoke about how emotions affect the physical being. When one is feeling anything but contentment and joy and peace and ease, it is a space for one's body to absorb the feeling. Now, we want to sort of back up, because when one is feeling the deepest sense of happiness and love, profound love, in love, one's body is truly in the healing state, in the rejuvenation state. When one is feeling, we've used anger, resentment, frustration, one's being, if it is carried long enough, one's being is not in the state of healing. It is in the state, if you will, of decomposing, if you will. So think of, and this is a wonderful visualization, think of all the cells in your body. We want to make it very sort of everyday, if you will. So think of all the cells in your being. So just in your mind's eye, think of little round balls, all in your creation of your being. And in these cells, truly have the knowing and capacity to feel emotion. It is true. We are not going to get into the science part of it, but it is an easy lookup to validate that your cells in your body feel emotion. We are wanting to make this very ordinary, if you will, very everyday. So think of your cells floating around your body, creating, rejuvenating, replenishing, healing, living in joy and harmony and peace. So little happy balls of cells dancing in the oneness of all. And something occurs that allows one to feel anger. And we just want to use anger because it is easily reached, if you will. Anger. When one explains to another what anger feels like, and again, there are different levels of anger. So let us say it is mild anger, and then excelling into the deep sense of anger, and then creating a space of absolute rage. Rage. So if you were to share with someone what anger would look like, most would say, oh, it's explosive. I was so angry. I thought I was going to explode, one may say. I was so angry, I couldn't contain myself. I was so angry and frustrated. And in that feeling, you can see or sense or understand that there is sort of a sense of explosion. Now, if one's hang on to anger for a long period of time, days, months, decades, years, weeks, pick it, choose it. A thought alone can bring one to feel anger. A thought alone can bring one to feel joy. So you have your cells in perfect formation, dancing in the oneness of perfection, and anger emerges. If one were to say, I felt like I was going to explode, and your cells truly can feel what you are feeling, visualize your cell exploding. Visualize your cell exploding. And how would that be within the body? What would happen in the body when cells have carried and felt, if you will, the emotion of anger, resentment, harsh judgment, harsh condemnation, the feeling of exploding, the feeling of being off, the feeling of intensity, expanding in intensity. Oh, one will say, pushed my buttons, all in the right order. Expanding in intensity until there's an explosion. Let us just say. Again, a visualization, but a powerful one. So now your cells within that were moving along in perfect little shapes are now, could say, deformed, are now not the same shape at all, because they are moving in the vibration of anger. What do you think happens within? And when would the cell find the space to return to the beautiful original state? When one changes the emotion, when one feels something other than. So you can be angry, have an explosion, an outburst, if you will, perhaps unleashing unkind words. We're just throwing out examples. But your cells within are feeling exactly what you are portraying on the outside is exactly what's happening on the inside. But your anger is released, if you will, and then life moves on. You find a more peaceful place. You fall asleep eventually. We want to be playful. You fall asleep eventually. And your body then can relax. And your cells then can find the place to go to return to their natural state of well-being. Natural state of well-being. So let us then take your beautiful cells that are floating within, dancing in the oneness, if you will, replenishing, rejuvenating, creating what they are meant to create. And you are feeling happiness, you are feeling joy, you are feeling enlightenment, you are feeling ease, you are feeling grace, you are feeling gratitude. Your emotions, what do you think would create within the cell? What would the cells then look like? Ones would mostly visualize the cell contained in their beautiful state, feeling the state of love, feeling the state of joy, feeling the state of gratitude. And so dancing along in the oneness, creating, rejuvenating, being all they are meant to be, replenishing, feeling so good, feeling divine, if you will. What do you think your inner being, your inner within, your cells within, what do you think it would look like? Just like the one walking in anger and haste and frustration, or the one walking in ease and joy. Think of it as cells. We talked about one walking in anger, heavy on their feet, pounding in the ground, pounding. And then one walking along in the state of joy, light-hearted, skipping along. You can see their movement is light. Would the cells within reflect the same, if you will? The anger, if the feeling anger is going to be in haste, allowing space for the cell to create another form, if you will. Breaking it apart, the explosion, the pounding on the bottom of the foot is breaking apart. Think about it. Lightheartedness is replenishing, it is healing, it is in the healing state. So we just want to bring this to your awareness, how your emotions are connected to the cells in your being. Now, we want to make it sound every day, but we do not want to take it to the place where it is sort of at the kindergarten state, if you will. We are wanting to share at a place that can be truly seen, because ones understand that feeling joy would naturally make your body feel joy, and feeling anger would naturally allow your body to not feel good at all. It's exhausting. Anger is exhausting. Living in happiness, joy, and love, it is replenishing. It is rejuvenating, if you will. So we want you to ponder and be mindful how your emotions are creating something really good. Really, really, really good. There is great love for you.